Okay, so I took out the old fan on my Mac Mini and I replaced it with a generic one. It cost about $10. The old one was kicked up with dust inside and it wasn't cooling the fan, the computer properly. So it is running fine now, and this is the original fan. I took it apart and it's very easy to take apart. It's just held on with 3 clips here on the side and a small screw. So you just unclip it, and I took out the blades, and this is how it looks like. And I cleaned it very thoroughly with a toothbrush and a little bit of detergent. So now it's like brand new. And I just wet my fingertip with a little bit of oil, machine oil, thin machine oil, and just touch the shaft here of this fan cage, and I put it back into the fan here. Now this is almost like brand new. So I'm gonna keep this because this is the original, and it runs at 0.66 amp at 12 volt. The store-bought one, generic one, is 0.5 amp at 12 volt. So there's almost a difference of 2 watts, and this is going to be more effective or more powerful in cooling the Mac Mini. So I'm going to keep this, and then the next time this computer runs slow again, I'm gonna replace the generic fan with the original fan. So that's what I am going to do. By the way, I bought a 8x8 LED kit. This is a cube, and it has 512 LED lights, and it's very cool. The only thing is, I'm going to tell you not to buy this particular model because the one I bought doesn't have the Wi-Fi board. There's another version that comes with a Wi-Fi board, and it's like $5 more, but you get to have Wi-Fi and you can download an app and control the different running modes of the LED cube. With this one, you have to hook it up to a PC or your Mac if you want to program additional modes of flashing the LED lights. But even with the default modes, it is pretty cool. Let's see here. This is a countdown, 0, and then it says LED cube. Way cool. Took me like a week to make this. Imagine you have to solder 512 LEDs. Let's turn off this light here. I can look at this all day. You can actually use a thumb drive or USB drive and plug it in, and it can play MP3s. So there's a 3-watt amplifier on the board, and the LEDs will react to the volume of the MP3. Now, this kit also comes in another version where you have to solder all the electronics on a circuit board. So I wouldn't recommend buying that either, because it's not easy. Let's put it that way, because some of these surface-mounted components are difficult to solder. So I bought the ones with the electronics already soldered onto the circuit board, and all you have to do is to solder the LEDs together. And there's a little jig that comes with it, but there's no instructions of any kind, and I have to look on YouTube for the different models. Some of them just have one color. This one has 3 colors, 3 blue at the bottom, 2 green sets of LEDs at the middle, and 3 sets of red LED at the top. And you can set the brightness level and such, and it also comes with a remote control. I think this is enough for me. I mean, this has more than enough variation in the way the LEDs spin around. Isn't that cool? This is a bit more advanced than the one that I made earlier. This is a smaller unit. This is the Canton Tower. This runs on 5 volt or so. Right now I'm using a set of solar panels mounted to the window, and that's how this one is powered, with the solar panels over there. And this one here is powered by USB. You can run it at 2 amps at 5 volt, about 10 watts. It will run better if you give it 2 amps. Yeah, very cool. You can only keep the soldering iron on the LED for a couple of seconds. So after you finish soldering, you just have to check each LED to make sure they all light up. And I think almost anyone can do it. You just have to be patient. You have to be patient. Alright, thanks for watching.